Okay. Welcome to the YouTube interviews, the effects of the COVID-19 virus on the arts and beyond. My name is Brian Murphy, and we have a real special guest today. Somebody that we literally just met, and I'm so glad that we are having this conversation. This is Cortney Taylor Key. She is an instructor at the Harlem School of the Arts. Hi, Cortney. Yes, and you also a freelance dancer. Let's talk about maybe some of the places that you freelance and some of the companies you dance with.
I have worked with Brooklyn Ballet, Gleich Dances with Julia Gleich, Converge Dance, Columbia City Ballet, the Arthur Mitchell Project.
The first thing you said to me, you go, yeah, I work with Arthur Mitchell. Right?
Yes.
Now let's go maybe a little bit into that, because
Okay.
we'll get into what you're doing now. But I find that talk to me what things that you did with them, and what kind of stuff.
Well, I got the gig through my very good friend Panika Jones, which is his last ballerina, and she had like 4 mentees at the time, and she was just like, I feel like, you could be the one that could do this. I feel like you could handle this. And I was like, okay. And so she calls me one day and she was like, can you send me a video or something? And I was like, I don't have any videos. I don't have anything. Like, this was like, not when I first started, but when I graduated, I only had like college footage and it was on DVDs and I didn't have it put on the thing. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. So long story short, I sent him a picture, and it's like a picture of just my feet. Like, it's just like, I'm
nice.
sitting just like, and
wait, you sit like this,
I'm
point your foot.
And
what a great audition. It's like an audition.
It was an audition. It was just a photo. And I'm like super grateful. But he was like, tell Miss Key she's hired.
Nice.
I go in and I'm sitting on the ground. This was before he gets there. We're at the Ailey studio. And he gets off the elevator, and like everybody that's in the project is not, they're affiliated with something. Like, I'm like, oh man, I'm like the only freelance dancer here. Like, Panika is a former principal with Dance Theater of Harlem. Erica Laws in ABT, Akua and Michael Jackson Jr. danced with
oh wow,
Alvin Ailey already. And I'm like, who am I? Like, it was crazy. So he gets off the elevator and I walk up to him, and I built my confidence because I'm like, this is like Mitchell. I have to make sure that I go to him. And I go to shake his hand and I'm like, hi, Mr. Mitchell. I'm so honored to be working with you. What a privilege. And he was just like, we'll see about that, with a big smile.
No.
And I was like, I'm sure. I hope not.
Now, how long did you work with him? How long after that? So
it was not long. I worked with him for 5 days. He did not really correct me or anything, but every interaction that we had was very granddaughter. Like, he like really took me in, and he just knew that like, oh, she'll listen. Anything I tell her, she'll listen. She'll be fine. And I didn't hear this from his mouth, but Panika Jones told me that he said, if Miss Key would just settle, she'll be fine. Like, if she just, like in her career, if she just goes like this, she'll be okay. And I was like, that means a lot to me, because Dance Theater of Harlem means so much to me. And I wish that he were still here. And I wish that I grew up, I wish that I was older, because the DTH that I love and really wanted to be a part was probably like all the people that I've gotten to know at alumni events and whatnot. And but it was
kind of interesting.
Amazing.
Well, here this Arthur Mitchell saying that to you. How long ago was that? How many years ago?
In 2017, October 2nd.
So here we are, 3.5 years later, whatever it is. Did that help your dancing? Did that, when she said this, it did?
Yeah, because after that, I had been battling, people had told me to go to Willie Berman's class, a lot, and I refused to go. Mel Tomlinson told me to go before he passed. Arthur Mitchell never told me to go, but Akua Noni Parker, she told me to go. And I was like, I'm just not ready yet. And then my dance grandma, who was a former DTH ballerina, Leslie Domitner Cardona, she told me to go. And I was like, you know what? Mel was the last one to tell me I'm going to Willie Berman's class. And I literally feel like Willie Berman was talking to me all the time.
Yes.
But there were some moments where Mitchell would come through there and be like, what are you doing?
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Down. Like, so, and then to even have Willie, like, I've been so fortunate to have so many amazing gurus that I'm like close to. So, yeah. Yeah,
you got lucky. It's good stuff. You know, I'm just going to give you a little history. You and I know Mel Tomlinson, back in 91. 91, 92. He mentored me.
Wow.
And we kept in contact all of these years, all the way till I'm gonna say it's probably about a week before he passed. And he was a big influence on my training at that time. And I've still danced professionally, and all the training he gave me, I'm still dancing because of some of the things that he trained me on. So some of these people are highly influential. So here you are today, Cortney. You know, this situation with the COVID-19 and how artists are dealing with it. How have you dealt with, I guess, a big change? It's like kind of a change in your life. You can't really freelance anywhere, right? You know, and you're not really teaching at the school, right, at the arts center.
Teaching online.
Okay, talk about what you're doing online. Talk about what's happening and the change with that.
So when it happened, initially I was terrified. I was like, I'm not gonna leave my house. I'm scared. I probably spent about maybe 2 days in my bed, like in tears. And that second day, like the second half of the second day, I saw that people were doing online classes, and I would say it's not a tense subject for me for people in companies to get a lot of attention, but it does make me very aware. And I get really like, my fire starts going, and I'm like, who is looking out for us? They're covered.
That's a good point.
Okay. It's not to take away, and that there's some more trauma as to why I feel that way, because I started ballet late. So it's not my talent why I'm not in a dance company. It's because I started doing ballet seriously 5 years ago. So it's like more of me adding that layer to that, you know, being upset about that. But I saw, I think, Isabella Boylston and what's his name? James B. Whiteside, you know, teaching a class, and I saw they were on MSNBC, or he was on MSNBC talking about it. So I messaged the woman. She has a 3-year-old daughter. I was like, I'm going to teach a class for 3-year-olds because that's what I do. That's what I specialize in. She didn't get back to me until like 2 days ago. And I was like, I really hope, I cannot remember her name, but I really hope that she can get back to me. And I created this thing called Miss Cortney's Corner. And
cool. Okay, this is great. This is neat. Well, make sure you send me the site for that. Make sure you send me the information. I'll put this on the description. I will. So Miss Cortney's Corner.
Yeah.
So
in my little corner over here.
Oh, okay. I love this. This is in New York, or you're in New York right now. Where in New York are you? What side?
In Washington Heights, kind of.
Okay, nice. So what exactly are you teaching in your corner?
I teach pre-primary, which is basic fundamentals for 3-year-olds. I go all the way up to 6, and then I teach an open level class on Saturdays.
Cool.
To most children that live in Wichita, Kansas, because I did the Nutcracker in Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, nice.
This past December, and that was how I made that connection. So that was open level on Saturdays, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I teach one class at 10:30 and another one at 11:30. And then outside of that, I teach HSA classes.
Okay, so that's that. Okay, oh, so they're keeping you
up another door.
Oh, nice. So you are keeping pretty busy.
Oh yeah.
So, but you know, Cortney, though, I'm a freelance dancer. I danced with companies for years, but I get, first of all, being a freelance dancer, you got to be able to keep yourself in shape. You are selling yourself constantly.
Mm-hmm.
It means if you have to call people this and that, whatever. So here we are. This might last until July. Honestly, we really people getting together. We think it's going to be April 30th, May 1st. You got to be honest. If it's earlier, great.
I don't think yeah.
Okay, so as a freelance dancer, talk to me. First of all, how do you feel about that? And then talk to me what you're going to do to make sure that you're prepared as a dancer so that July 1st comes on, whatever that day comes along, that they're going to be able to call you.
And I'm going to be ready?
Yeah.
Well, I did a DIY ballet bar that I found online.
Okay. All right.
It's made out of PVC pipes.
Perfect.
So I made that, went to Home Depot 3 times because I kept getting the wrong pieces. I also bought a Harlequin dance mat so that I can actually dance in my room. And before that, I really wasn't taking classes in my room. Like I tried to do it one day and I was like, no, I'm not doing this. This is not going to work. But after getting this, I took class yesterday and I was like, I might be all right. I might be able to, actually do this. I spoke to my mother about purchasing a Murphy bed. A Murphy bed so that I can fold it up, fold my bed up.
That's a great idea.
That's something that I've always wanted. So, when I moved to New York, I was like, Mom, I want a Murphy bed. She was like, this is expensive, and I don't know if you're going to live here that long. And I was like, it's been 6 years.
You're not going anywhere. You're staying there. Yeah.
And beds require a large lump sum of money, and it takes like 4 to 8 weeks to make. So I was like, okay, I think this is a good investment. But taking class online has been difficult. Like, even like learning from a video is hard. So to like watch somebody in the screen on a live on Instagram is so difficult. I got really confused with my sides. I was like, oh my gosh, this is about to be a new art. Like I don't want it to continue. I want July 1st to come and I want us to be back in the studio. I think it's like, this is great. I can practice my tandas at home, but I miss being around people. I miss talking to people. I'm actually a very affectionate person. I miss hugging people. I miss hugging my kids. Like it has affected me more so that way than my dancing. I'm worried about my dancing, but not as much as I'm like the human contact. And all of my 4 roommates are gone.
What? Where are they?
They went. Like there's one.
I mean, literally, they're gone. Like they left. They drove away. Said, "I'm out of here."
They were like, "Bye." So there's one who comes on Sundays. He's in there now. He's a violinist, and he does his privates in his room. But other than that, he goes to his girlfriend's house. And so it's just been a lot of solitude. And I've been like, that's great. But I miss talking to people in front of me.
Yeah.
So, but I think I'll be okay. I want it to be done by July 1st because my birthday is July 29th.
You want to be in the studio on July 29th. You want to be celebrating your birthday with all your friends. So let me finish this off. I mean, I relate to the guesting part of it because I think it just takes a lot of gumph just to guest in the first place. Mm-hmm. And then it takes a lot of gumph to make a decision when to take class or whatever it is. And this just adds that extra layer. Not knowing you, do you feel hopeful? Do you feel hopeful that things are going to turn around? How do you perceive the future?
I think I'm hopeful because I'm in my room. I'm not outside. The little times that I've gone outside, I've been like, oh, I don't know about that. But I think we're going to be fine. I mean, I think that that's a little naive of me, but I like that part. It gives me hope. It gives me hope that everything's going to be fine. And it's not going to go back to normal because normal wasn't working. I just hope that, it's not uncommon to wash your hands. So if you weren't doing it before, I think that maybe this is just like, hey, you should
wash your hands.
You should do it.
You're not the first person to say that.
I say all the time, and they don't make fun of me, but they always joked with me when I was in Kansas about common sense just ain't that common. Like common sense ain't that common. It's just not. It doesn't come natural to everyone. So,
well, what your common sense is may be different than what our someone else's common sense is. But you in your mind think, well, it's just common sense. Just wash your hands. But maybe you're right. You know, Cortney, I think that what you're saying is
keep everybody safe. Then, and I'm somebody that I'm a teacher. I literally don't think about myself until last. Like, but in life, I'm like that. If your favorite color is blue and you like blue penguins on stuff, and it's your birthday, I am sending you a blue penguin.
You do know. Yes, I want a pink one. My birthday's coming up. I'm expecting something pink. Okay.
That's just who I am, and I am. I have to watch my selflessness because people take advantage of that. But yeah, like I think about that, and you know, Cortney,
I'm so glad we got to meet.
Me too.
I'm hoping that we can revisit in a couple of months.
I'm down.
I want to let's revisit. I'm curious how you're gonna. I mean, I have a feeling it's gonna be the same, but it doesn't matter. I want to revisit. I want to revisit this conversation, see how's it going. I think it's more. You know, I love the fact that you are part of what I feel is a bigger project of people just telling their story. And thank you very much for saying yes. You don't know who I am, but you said yes anyways.
That's how
I love that.
The last thing I'll say is, so I'm starting this project also. It's called the Negus Ballerina Project, but I never thought I wanted a dance company, but I really think that that's what it's going to turn into. And then the second part of that is the Negus Ballerina Collective, because the European white people preserve their royalty in ballet. It's just, that's what they do. And when I talk to a Black student, and the only Black ballerina that they can come up with is Misty Copeland. Love Misty, love you. But before you, there were so many trailblazers that maybe you don't even know the name of them. And so I just want to connect us all. It's for all of us. It's just for all of us. And it's not just Black women, it's women of color. It's everybody. And it's not to take away from white people. It's just to let you know that this woman is Dominican and she dances over here. This woman is Cuban and she dances over here. This girl is from Trinidad and she dances over here. Did you know? Because you're Trinidadian. Maybe you can talk to her and she can help you. So the connection thing, that's what stood out to me. And I think that if we focused on how similar we are versus how different we are, we would just be so much better. I literally have the same 2 eyes, a nose and a mouth, and a heartbeat, just like you. So I don't understand.
You know what? Let's finish on that note. You need to send me that information. I'll put it in the description. Please do that. I think you have a good heart there, Cortney. You got some passion, and we need to reconnect.
We shall.
Whatever capacity, this was here, or even if we guest dance together sometime. I think we need to connect. So
I love that.
Thank you so very much for this.
Thank you.
And enjoy your rest of your day and have fun with all your things you're doing. Okay. Be careful out there too. Be careful. Be careful. Okay. In your room. And wait. Cheers to you. There you go. Thanks, Cortney. Bye-bye.